What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kieran. Today I'm going to be doing a Scorpio reading, okay, for the Scorpio Collective for the rest of November 2020. I am new to doing Scorpio readings, new to doing astrology readings. Primarily, I stuck to twin flame readings, guidance readings, things like that. So this is going to be the only time that I really do an intro. Spend a lot of time or some amount of time talking about whatever how this is going to go. But this is how it's going to go for these types of readings, at least for the foreseeable future, because I'm finding a rhythm and a groove, right? So once I maybe extend beyond that, I might pull from some of these different decks, some different oracle cards, maybe do some different kinds of astrology readings. It's actually quite a lot. There's 12 of these fucking things, right? So it takes up quite a bit of time. So I try to keep them for now around 15, 20 minutes because to do them all, that takes about 2, 3 hours, okay? And I don't even know because I'm fucking terrible at math, but it takes a certain amount of time. So the way this is going to work, guys, for now, is I'm going to pull 9 cards, okay? And it goes 3, 3, 3. I like that angel number 333. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite altogether, other than 69. And it is, we start with the energy, okay? Then we go into love, and I'll read that for singles and those of you in a relationship. I'll just read it accordingly. And then we go into career and money, things like that. Okay, what comes up for that? So let's get started. So, dear spirit guides, ancestors, beings of love and light, please connect me to the Scorpio Collective. All right, good, great, good sneeze. That was a solid sneeze. Okay, so yeah, dear spirit guides, ancestors, beings of love and light, please connect me to the Scorpio Collective for the rest of November 2020. Let's take a look and start with the energy of Scorpio for the rest of this month. The energy for Scorpio the rest of this month. So we do have some water energy already. We have this Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups represents some kind of emotional new beginning. Okay, so I'm going to get some other cards around that. But yeah, generally speaking, the Ace of Cups is a very good sign. It does talk about some kind of emotional beginning, emotional renewal of some kind. So Scorpio, you guys are a water sign. What this would mean then is getting more in touch with your emotions, becoming a little bit more emotional, certainly, but not necessarily in a negative sense, because the ace, because it's a new beginning, it's a clean slate. It represents sort of having a little bit of freedom here, okay, with your emotions. Now, if you've been feeling stagnant, if you feel like your emotions have been stagnant, like you haven't been able really to be in the flow of your life, we have this energy, this card here to really say that you're going to be more in the flow, more in tune with the energies of the universe, more in touch with your feminine side, certainly, but more in touch with your emotional world and the things that you care about. Okay, so we do have some strong flow energy. Okay, so if there's been resistance, control issues, things just not working out in your favor, we do have you returning to some kind of flow of life, going with the flow, going with this river, and being kind of free like this. I don't know if it's particularly a blue jay, but being free. The blue jays, let's just say it's a blue jay, represent freedom, joy, things like that. So bringing some joy back into your life if you've been through some particularly hard times, especially with the Ace of Cups coming out in that first position, it might signify that you guys have indeed been through some shit, some emotional shit, and having a clean slate to start from is actually very good. So what else do we have for Scorpio November 2020 energy for Scorpio? Okay, let's see. All right, we have the Justice card. So certainly matters of the heart are coming into are coming into a place of balance. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you guys, definitely already started to pick up that you guys have been through some emotional trauma, some emotional dealings, and this Justice card coming in with your energy, signifying some kind of balance. Okay, this you can see these sort of swirls around this card, swirls around this bird and this card here, standing tall upon this kind of like snowy mountain. So I'm not too sure if this is an egret sort of doing its like little interpretive dance, but it's essentially feeling again very free, very confident within itself. So you have this balance, this truth, this karmic justice coming back in for you. This 11 card, it is the 11th month. So certainly your energy is being balanced out. So whatever it is that you feel like you've been missing, if you feel like again things have been going wrong or tough, they've been unnecessarily tough on you, which I know this year has been for a lot of people. Um, this is a welcome card for you guys. Okay, it does indicate some sort of balancing of things. I mean, even holy shit, I just had a stroke. Even as I'm saying this right now, I'm looking at the TV. And it has 1212 on it, angel number. Okay, about awakening, powerful moments of connecting to your spiritual journey and being reassured that your gifts are deserving of you and you're deserving of your gifts. Okay, so we do have some strong balancing energy to come in here, and really, again, put you guys into the right path if you feel like you've been veered off a little bit. Okay. And this card just came flying out a little bit as well. We have the Six of Pentacles. So more balancing. Okay, Six of Pentacles is a balance. This chicken here working. Chickens work together because otherwise they're just kind of useless. They run around, get their heads chopped up, get eaten by me. But otherwise they tend to work together. They work best when they're in groups. So it's about sharing resources. So you can see this chicken sort of nudging some of its pentacles over towards this other chicken, sharing what it has. Okay, not because the other chicken necessarily deserves it, but because sharing is actually what it is that keeps things moving. Okay, it keeps that flow. Again, there's a lot of flow energy coming into Scorpio, which is nice because you guys are water sign, right? My moon sign is Scorpio, but my regular sun sign is Virgo, so I'm like an emotional Virgo a little bit. So I do understand that flow, the necessary sort of emotional connection that we need to keep things in the flow. Okay, so you guys may have been feeling like your emotions are all over the place, or maybe a little bit stagnant, or just unsure. But this is returning to this more balancing energy with the Justice card, the Six of Pentacles. So feeling like gratitude, feeling gifts, feeling an energy of just more balance and more equilibrium in your life. Okay, so again, you guys are certainly, I feel, coming from a place of just like shit has just gone wrong. You don't know what the hell's happened. Maybe you've been off the path a little bit, but some justice, some clarity coming in here, some truth to give you guys some equal balance in your life, getting back what you've lost. Okay, whether that's been emotions, but because this is an energy, it's going to affect the rest of your life. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the rest of your life. Let's take a look at your love life. So love life for Scorpio spirit for November 2020. What is going on with the love life for Scorpio? Okay, what do we have here? We have the Eight of Swords. So you guys trapped in fear to some degree. So you guys may have recently or just already feeling this, because I tend to read the first card as what you're about to experience, what you're currently experiencing, and maybe what you've just left behind. But the Eight of Swords does represent being trapped in some kind of illusion, disillusionment, right? Some trapped in something that isn't real. Fear, has no evidence behind it, right? It's basically we're all trapped in our thoughts is where most fear comes from. So this is a mole, okay? And let's call him Harry. So Harry the mole here doesn't belong up here, okay? And these swords again represent the mental. So he's up in his head, too stuck up in his head, and he should be down where he's safe, down where he's grounded, okay? Back where he can navigate, okay? Because moles are extremely blind. I think they have a little bit of eyesight, but nothing more than maybe a couple inches or a foot in front of their face, I'm pretty sure. But generally speaking, they're pretty blind, okay? And so they belong underground. That's where they're safe. They can dig, they can tunnel, they're grounded. So you guys up in your head in your love life a lot, maybe again, situations that have been constricting you, feeling trapped, whether so if you're single, it's certainly this fear about relationships, about love, like what's going to happen, too much in your head. If you're in a relationship, certainly too much in your head about this particular partner or something that's going on within the relationship, but just overthinking and being stuck in fear. So there's something that's being triggered within you on a sort of semi-daily basis, and that's something that you're going to need to get over. Okay, what else do we have here? We do have the Ten of Cups. So again, yeah, definitely for a lot of you, more water signs, right? Trapped in fear around love, about the happy family. So certainly for singles, I get a lot of you just worried that you're not going to meet the person that you need. You're not going to be able to have a home and a family life, okay? So a lot of you guys have just been heartbroken and hurt in your love life, and that's just affecting your self-worth and your values and the future. You're letting this worry attack you, okay? And for those of you in relationships, you're just worried about, like, is this person the one? Can you have a happy home with them? Can you do this? And they might not be, right? They might not really be, but you're trapped in fear, and that's not helping. It's because you're not seeing things with a clarity and a truth behind it, and that's why I think some of this energy with this Justice card is going to affect you pretty positively. And one last card for the love life for Scorpio is we have the Knight of Cups. So more water energy. We have 3 water cards already. So Knight of Cups, this would be the male in your life. If you're a female, I know most of you who watch these are. It doesn't have to be based upon gender, but this card, having his cup, now his cup doesn't have water in it, he doesn't have the shield to represent that he is some sort of caliber. He does have a real caliber, but because his cup is empty, sometimes the Knight of Cups can be very like, sort of like back and forth, and not really sure about his standing. He's dreamy, much, very into the emotional side of things, very charismatic in that regard, very romantic, but can sometimes be back and forth if something shifts and he gets a little bit afraid himself. Okay, I mean this guy looks really goofy as shit. I really don't know what's going on with him. He looks like he just saw me naked. It's the exact look that he has. Okay, I would be shocked and perturbed as well. But Knight of Cups is it's not necessarily a bad card. It's not overly negative or anything like that, but there is fear around a particular person in your life. If you're in a relationship, again, not sure if this person is the one for you. You're trapped in your head around love. And for singles, same thing. You guys are single, you're worried like, okay, am I going to meet the person? And if you have somebody in mind, you're scared. You don't really know if they're going to commit, right? There's that strong energy as well. And for those of you who have somebody, maybe somebody, again, maybe not necessarily a committed relationship, yeah, definitely wondering if they're going to commit, but scared about the future and not knowing your place in it. And I do sense some self-worth issues as well. So your love life seems like it could be very, very positive for you this month and in the future, but you just have to get out of that Eight of Swords energy. By worrying about things, you're creating unnecessary attraction to negativity coming into your life, right? Now, it's certainly true that when you think about things negatively, you tend to attract more of that energy. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be overly positive all the time. That's like a false message that a lot of spiritual people just throw at you, because I think that's what they think spirituality is about, just overly positive nonsense. That's not true. Definitely you need to have some grounded realism about things, because what's meant for you is meant for you. And regardless of what you try to do about a situation, things will happen completely out of your control, regardless of how positive or negative you are. However, being negative about love just makes you feel shitty. So that's really the only reason to stop being negative about love. Not necessarily because you're going to attract the person of your dreams, though it will hinder that process, because the point, you won't feel good about yourself, and that's the energy. Okay, so if you're trapped in your head, you're trapped in fear around love, not really sure of your place in it, not really sure of this person, not really sure of situations, your love life, the future of your love life, your own sense of balance, then that is going to cause further chaos. Okay, so try to get out of your head, guys. Get more into your heart space, which is a difficult thing to do, but it shouldn't be too difficult for you, Scorpios. Okay, just focus on what it is that you like. The more you do that, the easier it gets to get out of your head. Helps to have a hobby or a passion. So let's go into your career and work life. What's going on for Scorpio, work and career for the rest of November 2020? So we have this card coming on here. We have the Three of Swords. So you guys in career, so you guys may have incurred some kind of loss, maybe a shady partnership gone wrong, but something that's been hard for you to forget, okay? Because elephants don't forget. Elephants have been known to essentially kill themselves. I mean, they obviously they don't take a blade to their trunk, but they do just sort of not eat, not drink water. They just die along with the person that they've lost, okay? So heartbreak in terms of career, being fired, losing your job. Your job, maybe you wanted something out of your job that didn't work out. So you guys are disillusioned, heartbroken, and your career could also directly apply to your money, like you've lost some money and you're sort of feeling guilty about that, right? And that might be hurtful for you. But we do have the Six of Swords, very positive. So we do have you guys moving on, flying, taking leaps into new places, taking risks. Okay, we have this risk. This is kind of in career. I always get the Six of Swords, at least with this particular image, as a risk taking. Okay. So you're getting into an energy of being willing to take risks, and sometimes you do need to take risks in order to get the desired outcome that you need, especially in career and money, because there's a lot more competition in that kind of regard, especially with an internal competition. So when you feel like you really want something, sometimes you do really need to jump forward towards that. So you guys moving away from negativity, and we have the High Priestess, we have a major arcana here, okay, and the Moon, more and more Scorpio energy, right? Intuition, things kind of not being really revealed to you at this time, uncertainty. The High Priestess is all about secrets. So it's like this universal secret being kept for you, because there's some things that you guys are needing to learn and understand about your work life, okay? So for Scorpio, this rest of this month of November, ideally, energetically, we're looking at the most positive. Love life, we have you guys trapped in your head about things. needing to get over that for things to be successful. And in your career, you guys have experienced some kind of loss. Okay, so if you have a job, again, you might have lost your job, might have got fired, you might not have gotten the promotion you wanted, or if it's money, you might have lost money. The job just might not be going the way that you wanted or expected. And so, in order to really do that, you guys need to take some kind of leap. You need to be like this little squirrel. You need to be able to take a leap of faith to some degree, being able to move on from the losses that you've incurred and to just go forward anyway, despite it. And that's why you have the High Priestess, because that's the biggest intuitive message that I'm getting. Okay, it's coming in quite clearly for me. Okay, interpreting this from spirit here is that you guys have experienced some kind of loss. Okay, regardless of your personal situation, you've experienced some kind of loss. Now, you don't know the future because you can't see it because it's being hidden. However, that's why you need to take this leap. You need to move on from the negatives that you've experienced, from this pain, and move forward, despite the fact that the universe is keeping the landing zone a secret. Okay, so if you just have a desire to do something, you're going to have to take a risk and go on it because you're being kept from knowing. Okay, the universe is keeping you because if you knew, you wouldn't take that leap of faith. And the leap of faith or the risk taking is an important step in life. Even though sometimes it doesn't work out, it is an important step in life because it teaches you more than any kind of safety or control could ever teach you. Okay, I've taken many leaps of faith in my life in regards to work, in regards to love, in regards to travel, in regards to moving. Oh God, so many times. And a lot of times it didn't go well. Okay, but it always taught me something amazing. All right, and it's not like I didn't have fun or I didn't enjoy it. Sometimes it just didn't work out in the end. However, that was mostly because I fucked up myself, rather than the leap of faith being inherently flawed. So this risk that you guys need to take in your career, do it. Take it. It teaches you something. It will benefit you in the end. You just are unable to see things. Okay, so trust your intuition with this. Focus in on your intuition, and again, could be. Especially with this love, you have this Eight of Swords. So getting out of your head, trusting your intuition, but then again, energetically, we have some balancing coming in here and some new beginnings for you guys. Okay, so there's a lot of positivity to look forward to for you guys, Scorpio. The most important advice that I get here is this Eight of Swords and the Three of Swords. We do have some sword energy, so a lot of you Scorpios still stuck in your head about different situations in your life. Move back into your heart space, move into your intuition, and I promise you, this energy is saying everything's going to be great. It's going to be better than you expected. So just get out of your head and allow things to happen. All right, guys, I'm going to end that there for today. Any personal information regarding readings, that is going to be in the description box on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye. Oh, look who came for a little visit. Perfect timing.